What are some skinny people problems? If you're guy and skinny, you're not respected as much because you're small. The laws of nature still apply and men only respect men they think could take them in a physical fight. We're all monkeys. As a former skinny guy who didn't like getting into fights, every skinny guy I knew in high school was either like me and avoided confrontation or was extremely ferocious when it came to fighting, because without the weight strength you had to make up for it with sheer power of will and ferocity. LOL. When a cat sits on your lap, their feet slip through the gap between your thighs. This often makes them sink their claws in to steady themselves. If you're sitting on the edge of a chair, anything you drop in your lap is going to fall through that gap. Leaning your head on my shoulder probably feels like leaning on a jagged rock. Reminder for you all to consume more calcium so your skeleton doesn't try to escape. This is a message brought to you by our never broke bone. One of my favorite things in the world is when my soul lays on top of me like a weighted blanket, except after 5 minutes my ribs stab her too much and she has to get off. Hard to float when I swim. I've lost 80 pounds and the first time I went swimming again after losing most of the weight I was so confused by this. It had never occurred to me that I was more buoyant when I was heavier. The one problem that drives me nuts is that people assume skinny equals fit. I work out and exercise, play sports a lot, but when I tell people that, they think I'm weird for working out when I'm already skinny. Also other way around. I'm skinny as heck but also super out of shape. Being skinny does not equal fit. Sinking in water. Fat is less dense than water, so not having any means you'll have a harder time keeping your head above the water when swimming. Never realized this. Explains why I can't swim well. You'll be fat when you hit 20. You'll be fat when you hit 23. You'll be fat when you hit 30. You'll be fat when you hit 35. You'll be fat when you hit 40. You'll be fat when you hit 45. Still waiting. For me it was waiting to fill in. 16, 20, 22, 25, 31. Still haven't filled in. Sitting on a harder surface, wooden chair or something, becomes uncomfortable much faster than people realize because there's less padding down there. When I was younger, my older sisters hated that I sat on their laps because my bones hurt them. People commenting on your weight all of the time. Easily cold. Painful to lie in the bath. High risk of pressure sores. The constant commenting is tough. Even the casual, "Oh, you can eat anything. You're so skinny" moments just feel ick. I don't think about what my body looks like while I peruse the menu, but a comment like that puts me in my head about it. And then I'm thinking about how I should even respond to a statement like that. And then I can't decide what to order. I never sit in a chair like a normal person. Always shifting from side to side because just planted there hurts. Now if you're on a long flight, whoa mama, my lack of buns are hollerin'. I perch like a bird or monkey. Even in my 50s, I get a certain amount of teasing, especially because I also sort of crouch when outdoors when others are sitting. Mind you, people stop teasing and get jealous when they realize, at 50, I'm in good enough shape it doesn't hurt my knees. Nearly everyone can beat you in a fight because 9 times out of 10 they will just pick you up and body slam you. And when you frick a skinny person, it sounds like you're damaging a pair of skeletons in Minecraft. I remember everyone wanting to arm wrestle me when I was younger because I was all bones and I could never win a single game. Friend of mine is very skinny and small. She basically can't find any clothes she likes because apparently women are not supposed to be that skinny and small, and if so are bound to dress like pre-teens forever. She should go to the American Girl store and order clothes for large colonial dolls. People constantly telling me that I should eat more. If you're not going to tell a fat person to eat less, don't tell skinny people to eat more. Some people tell me to eat more and to eat less. I eat a lot, more than most people. If they haven't seen me eating, they tell me to eat more, especially if I have a low tension. But when they see me eating, they are asking me to eat less. It's not normal I'm eating that much. I'm going to become obese later. etc. When you mention how you are out of shape and need to start getting back into regular exercise running, and they just say but you're thin and in shape already, your body size is not indicative of how in shape you are. And it goes the other way too. If you are above average in weight, just because you weigh more than the average person also doesn't mean you are out of shape. Yup, I'm deaf, skinny, fat, and I'm sure girls much curvier than me could outrun me for miles. Easier to kidnap. Nobody wants me to sit on their lap. Sitting on hard surfaces can be pretty painful, but on the upside, all my co-workers give me their snacks when they go on a diet. I haven't had to buy work snacks in over a year now. Easier to kidnap. It'll start with the boring stuff and end big with snacks. You unbalanced. People touch you a lot. They do that measuring thing where they use their fingers to measure your wrists or use their hands to see if they fit around your waist. You randomly get picked up a lot and people constantly say you're so small, tiny, like you're a baby. I'm a guy who was skinny. Some women weren't into skinny guys. I met my wife when I was really thin, and later she let me know she was a little on the fence about it. I am 5 minutes and 10 seconds and weighed 140 pounds when we met. I was biking everywhere and living off of rice and beans. After 14 years of better food and 10 years of weightlifting, I'm 190, but I'm old and married and have no idea if women care. I still look skinny, but I'm just dense, I guess. I don't look like a skeleton anymore though. One thing I miss: when you're really skinny, your dong looks huge. I'm literally 6 feet 3 and 145. If you look like a skeleton, I guess I'm just dead. This probably seems obvious, but all the negative stigma that comes with being skinny. People automatically assuming you're prissy or a B or care too much about your looks. People disregarding your mental health, especially when it's body oriented. What do you have to be upset about? Or you're not allowed to hate yourself because you're skinny. Having little to no support when it comes to taking care of your own health. You don't need to eat healthy all the time, you're already skinny. Saying things like I really need to work out more is always met with responses similar to no you don't, you're the skinniest one here. You're not allowed to be upset about your weight or your health if you're hanging out with people who are chunkier than you. People hounding you for your secret and then going on and on about how they wish they could lose weight. My secret is that I have no appetite, and I really don't get why I need to listen to you body shame yourself for 20 minutes straight. I promise you it doesn't make me feel good about myself. Always cold, and it can be hard to find clothes that fit nicely sometimes. Also, if, say, I hit my arm against something really hard, I can feel the pain in my bone, lol. When you're trying to gain weight and it's 10 PM and you still need to consume another 1,200 calories for the day but you're still full. Tie for gold daily. Our bodies seem to think if we aren't warm we are dying. I lose feeling in my fingers and toes so fast it's ridiculous, and it's take forever to warm them back up. Always feel cold too. The comments eat something, OMG you're so skinny. Just skin and bones hug. I've managed to get closer to average weight nowadays, but I'm still pretty thin. Bony buns and mean, but perceived socially acceptable. Comments were the worst. Keeping the muscle you build up. I lose muscle weight very quickly if I take even a rest week from working out. When I was younger, gaining weight was difficult. Also doesn't help that the rest of the world is obsessed with making everything diet low calorie. I need as many calories as you can pack into the smallest serving size possible. Having to have your arms covered all the time even in midsummer because you don't like people to see how skinny your arms are. Used to be like this, now I just pretend they don't exist and dab on the haters with my noodles. I get cold at like 75 if I'm doing nothing. People think it's okay to poke fun at being thin, but if I poke fun of someone who is fat I'm an butthole. I'm skinny, but cycle a lot so pants and shorts never fit right. I'm thin, but tall, and small shirts are often wide and short. My stronger friends can pick me up like a child. If I get sick, the weight loss can easily put me into underweight territory. I get cold at 74. It's like this alarm goes off that says hey, you need socks and a sweater and you will not be able to think about anything else while you're cold. I don't turn on the AC until the house hits 80, and I make liberal use of electric blankets, because I can't afford to heat my house to that temperature in the winter. So freaking sick of people say you're so skinny. Eat something. Frick you be. You think I only survive on air, hopes and dreams? It took me 38 years and eating ice cream before bed to gain weight. Not good weight, but hey. Just the social stuff. Skinny comments. You look uncomfortable. Eat a sandwich. I could never be skinny like that. Honestly, I'm happy being skinny though. People have this odd complex where they get irrationally spiteful towards someone for having a status that they don't have or would be hard for them to achieve. Oh man. Finally my moment to shine. I'm not sure if this is cultural in Mexico, but many people think skinny equals your family doesn't feed you. You think you're better than anyone else. You are an a-hole you don't want to eat. There's so much hate. Everyone just has to comment on your appearance. Even with good comments, some people are like, you're so cute, you are so small, I wish I was like you, how do you do it? I know it's not with bad intention, but I do not want to start every conversation with why I'm skinny, or they just make it my whole personality. It's never oh she's the girl that does X, it's just that super skinny girl. Clothes I like never get to my size. It's always bigger or kids, and I'm a size 2MX. My foot is 18 centimeters long. I cannot find heels, and when I do they are too wide. Shoes normally start at 3, 5 MX here. Cold, oh so cold. Stop picking me up. Me being small and skinny and easy to get picked up doesn't mean it's okay to do it. It's creepy and everyone deserves boundaries over who touches them or how. Every time you talk about it, you're fat shaming. I lost a bunch of weight while on a diet and I was super excited, but every time I spoke about it, I was fat shaming. It even tore apart my last relationship because I was too skinny. Eventually I just shut up. I never once said anything bad about people's weight or made it seem like I was bragging. Try to socialize in a different group, cause that's just BS. People assume I am healthy because I'm skinny. I am underweight, constantly tired, can't go a day without at least one nap. My doctor did like every blood panel he could and didn't find anything wrong. Still so fatigued and tired. Then my colleague was like, have you considered eating more so you have more energy? My mind is effing blown and I feel incredibly stupid. I'm one of those people that do intermittent fasting naturally. I never ate breakfast, not even as a kid, because it makes me nauseous to eat so early. At work I often have no time to eat, so my first meal is a snack at 4 PM. No wonder I am tired. Dumb. Finding a bra that fits. When I was overweight, I was a 32 band. That is the smallest size available in men's stores. Many slim and normal weight people are 24-30 bands. 28 and 30 aren't easy to find. 24 and 26 are only made by a small handful of companies worldwide. Ugh, yes, this. Trying to find a 28 or even 30 band is such a struggle. Apparently recovery time for certain surgeries is more painful for skinny people. I had surgery on my ribs and the surgeon said I was going to be much sore because of being skinny. Fat provides some cushioning. BTW, I've decided we didn't eat enough today after 3 full meals, 1 snack, and a dessert, and now seems like the best time to tell you I am dying. My body, 20 minutes after I go to bed. I am convinced we are just tall hobbits and science has yet to find out. I know a lot of people have said finding clothes that fit, but I specifically hate the high-waisted pants trend. I can't find any pants these days that fit my waist, even when the hips are fine. God, yes. I have a pair of shorts that has like a 2 inches gap between my waist and the shorts at the top, but they fit my butt fine. It's a lot more socially acceptable to insult us. Someone makes fun of a fat person if they're intentionally being mean, or if their friend's jabbing at them, but it's somehow socially acceptable for a complete stranger to call you skinny. I can't gain weight if I try. I have a manual labor job and I thought paid to work out, I can finally bulk up. Then after over a month of eating food until I feel sick, I gained like 5 pounds and haven't gained since then. I did replace some fat for muscle though. You can eat all you want and still wouldn't gain a pound, yet still people make comments and say you really need to eat a hamburger. When people assume that we're not taking care of ourselves properly just because our collarbone or a few ribs are showing a little colon. Dated a woman with some thyroid issues that made it really hard for her to gain weight. Like she had to eat like a dump truck just to stay around 100 pounds. Meanwhile, I would smell a burger and suddenly gain 10 pounds of jiggly butt fat. As someone with a long torso, 6 feet 2, and skinny body, clothes have to shop at big and tall stores. It's either long enough and really baggy, or tight enough and too short shopping retail. Pants too. Don't find men a 28 by 34 pants. I wish I could get even those tailored or something. Passing out from not eating and drinking enough water. I do not have an eating disorder at all, but will faint and lose vision if I don't eat regularly throughout the day. This started happening to me last fall. I'm a 5 feet 6 inches female in her mid-30s at 131 pounds to date. You can't talk about your weight. People don't realize how lightweight one can be. I'm 5 feet 10 and people think I'm athletic looking, but when they learn I'm 140 pounds they all let out a shock of disbelief because that's less than some of like the short girls in our friend group. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.